I'm King John, but today I'm not talking to you as a king. Or not today, but this time. I'm talking to you as a happily married man. See, you're going to find all kinds of folks on YouTube and across the internet at large who will be very happy to give you whole reams worth of relationship advice. But I've never seen anyone who prefaced their advice by saying, I am successful in my relationships. I've been through the wars. I played the game. I've won. Here's how I did it. Well, I've been through the wars. I played the game. I won. And here's how I did it. I want to talk to you about the number one question that you need to ask yourself after every relationship ends. You need to ask yourself, what did I do wrong? That's a hard question. And if you belong to either extreme end of a particular sociocultural divide, you'll probably find it pretty offensive. But nevertheless, you should ask that question. Because you did do something wrong. Absolutely guaranteed. Because you're a human being, and people get things wrong. And I do include myself in that statement. Now you need to ask that question, because if you don't ask that question, you can't figure out what you did wrong. You need to think about it. You need to figure it out so that you can fix it. And a lot of people, or some people, seem to be afraid to ask questions like this because they feel like, how do I put this? Like it would disempower them. Like saying anything that went wrong was their fault would make them weak. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's very empowering to ask what you did wrong, to ask what you could have done to make it better. Because once you accept problems as being your problems, you can fix them. You can improve yourself. You can make yourself better. So you can go forward in life knowing that whatever you did wrong before, you won't do it again. Now, it is entirely possible that the only thing you did wrong in whatever relationship failed was you didn't get out sooner. That does happen. I've done that. And if that does happen, then like me, you should take some time and think about how you can recognize when a relationship is toxic or simply going nowhere, and how to end a relationship cleanly without causing hurt to anyone, causing minimum hurt to everyone involved. And that's a very important lesson, and you won't get that if you don't ask yourself that question. So, yeah. Ask yourself that. And you'll find that a good question to ask, not just of relationships, but of relationships in total, but also all kinds of things. Like I ask that question of myself whenever my wife and I fight, and sometimes I find that when I think about it, I did a lot of things wrong. And sometimes I find that the only thing I did wrong is that I didn't handle my wife's crossing of boundaries as well as I could have. So sometimes I need to say to my wife something like, I'm sorry for my part, because, well, while I always did something wrong, it's also helpful to remember that she also always did something wrong. So I need to take responsibility for what I did wrong, while also making clear that I am not absolving her of responsibility for herself, for her own actions. So remember that too when you're asking that question. You might also want to ask yourself what the other person did wrong. Now, it might be obvious to you emotionally that the other person did something wrong, but it is worth thinking about it, logically putting together what it was exactly they did wrong to you, so you know what to look out for, and you know what to not tolerate going forward into your next relationship. So thanks for listening. I hope you have a lovely day. I will not ask you to like, comment, subscribe because I think that's kind of cringe. But I hope that this has been helpful to you.